right. So Ben Roethlisberger out the rest of the season.
Walks off favoring his elbow.
What was that?
Walked off favoring his elbow.
Yeah, I mean, he'll come out in a walking boot like he always does. So he's optimistic that he's going to come back and play the best football of his career. He's on drugs.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, to the point where, you got to act a little bit more interested in the game to make a claim like that.
Right. So, what was it called, the injury he got to his elbow?
Was it he had a torn ligament? Or
That was Drew Brees, torn ligament in the thumb.
It was like almost, I thought they said it was almost like a Tommy John's like situation where his the muscle in his forearm separated.
Injured.
Yeah.
It was a nerve issue, wasn't it?
Pretty sure, yep.
All right. Yeah, so let me see. It's not saying in any of the reports.
Yeah, listen.
No. Nope. Here we go. An injury to his UCL.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So he hurt his UCL, out for the season. Mason Rudolph
stepping in. Yep.
Taking over. He didn't look horrible against the Seahawks last week.
No.
When he came in relief. So Mason Rudolph, the new starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's been a lot of debate, and I'm sick of hearing this, about should the Steelers contact Colin Kaepernick. The dude hasn't played football in like 4 years.
Yeah, that was kind of going to be a little bit one of my overreactions later, once we get to it. Okay. I was looking at that all day on ESPN the other day, and I was like, really? After, like the whole drama of it, I'm just over it.
I don't understand how we can keep this narrative of, they should...
I mean, you got it. The thing is, they have a young kid at, under center right now. 12 for 19, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception is not a bad
debut. I mean, it's not his debut, but...
Full debut, but yeah. I mean, coming in, in the clutch to help things out. And they only lost by 2 points, so I mean...
Yeah.
He kept them, easily in the game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't understand that whole logic of why, call somebody up as a free agent when you've got, I mean, if you look at if you watch the highlights of that game, now they have a QB that seems to have a little bit of fight, though. Like, he really looks like he's engaged. He wants to play,
Yeah, he does. Personally, I think that this is going to be what the Steelers need to finally move on from Ben Roethlisberger.
That's what I'm hoping, yeah. Like,
I'm sick of him holding the Steelers hostage.
Which he basically is.
Every year.
The team as a whole in Pittsburgh needs to move forward.
And they're going to have a hard time doing it because they're without Ben Roethlisberger, they're without Le'Veon Bell, they're without Antonio Brown. Juju Smith-Schuster is showing that he can't...
a slow start. But,
yeah, he's showing right now that he's not capable, at least not yet, of being the guy.
Moncrief just looks horrible. Like, they literally pulled him off the field the other day.
Yeah, he looked... And we'll touch on that in a little bit. So, naturally, what do the Steelers do? Let's trade our first-round pick next season for a corner.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need a whole lot of work. You need a running back. Well, I mean, I guess they like James Conner. He got hurt, but he should be good to go. You're set with Juju Smith-Schuster as your number 1 receiver. Okay. There's nothing else you could spend a number 1 draft pick on other than a corner. Maybe a safety. He's shown that he wants to play corner more than safety. And if you don't know what we're talking about, we're talking about Minkah Fitzpatrick. Got traded to the Steelers. for a first-round pick next season.
And that, let's put it this way, that defense was nowhere near having just one missing puzzle piece as their answer.
No, they're not. They're not even close.
Amazing.
It's ridiculous.
And they were saying that too. Here's a team that basically built a tradition as being the steel curtain, having a great defense, and they're just, they're being cut through like, craft paper. It's ridiculous.
The argument that you can make is that, well, he's only in his second year in the league, and he was a first-round pick, so you basically just took a first-rounder, you just drafted him in the first round, essentially, next season, but you get to use him today.
No.
So, I get that, but I feel like there are a lot more needs that need to be addressed, like offensive line.
And even, as you say, I don't think they're going to find that a lot of their receiving core and maybe even their running back. Because, I think we even predicted this before. Like, James Conner had a good season last year, but it's only going to take a matter of time for teams to kind of do research on him and, figure out, like, what his style is and more or less counters every play. Right.
And in addition to that, like, now, what happens if Mason Rudolph sucks and you have to move on from him? What's your backup plan? Who's the new backup in Pittsburgh? They used to have Josh Dobbs, but they traded him.
Yeah.
I don't remember where he went to. He's not with them anymore. They can't re-sign Landry Jones because he signed a contract with the XFL.
Yeah.
So he's locked in to Vince, which, by the way, coming up in just a little bit on USA is NXT on USA Network.
That's to me that's almost like a reason for probably a lot of subscribers to the network to just get rid of it, because I never thought you'd see that. That used to be an exclusive thing on their network, but
just a real quick touch on that. The reason to get the network is so that you don't have to pay all of the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Yeah, and NXT starts at 8 o'clock. So we're actually going to put that on while we...
talk up the NFL?
Yeah. Yes. But...
I'm just trying to...
find the backup.
The depth chart here for the Steelers, yep. Which someday we'll have this all like right in front of us on command. But
yeah, one day. But regardless, you're not getting Landry Jones back. You're not. If Mason Rudolph sucks, you're fucked. That's plain and simple. You are fucked.
And at what point? So where do you That being said, where do you start at that point in the next draft? Do you go for your next QB of the future? I know technically, Roethlisberger says, "Oh, I'll be back and I'm going to play my best football in my career." But okay, they haven't done anything in the past how many years now? They go out if they think they're gonna be the team to rival the Pats every year in the conference championship. They get shellacked. It's like there's no energy left to that team whatsoever.
There's not. They've lost all their fight.
Yeah.
And Mike Tomlin, I'm sure, is, a brilliant mind, knows what he's doing football-wise, but it doesn't seem like he's doing a good job of really instilling anything into this team.
No.
The only thing I can think of that really puts any fight in is James Conner. And now Mason Rudolph, hopefully. But, the rest of the team, are they motivated? It doesn't look like it by the way they play.
You got, not as collectively as a whole, but you got, Vance McDonald stepped up.
TJ Watt is really good.
Yeah.
So they have pieces.
Juju Smith did, he got a couple big plays. But, for the most part, around the line, it looks like Jimmy Connor's the only one who's really trying.
And again, that's easy for us to say. Me sitting my fat ass on my couch. But
we try to go into detail on this stuff, but Roy's up for differing opinions. So
Right. So Ben Roethlisberger out for the rest of the season, maybe done for the rest of his career. Injuries, man. Has there ever been a season from preseason to like week 2 that you've felt like, man, just too many people
getting hurt,
or as many people are being injured as this season? Does it seem like this season is excessively egregious?
Yeah, we've only played 2 weeks in the regular season.
It's been insane. Let's see, what other injuries are there? Sam Darnold got the fucking plague.
Yeah. So he's at least down for 2, like this being his first week, right?
I've heard he's going to be out until week 5.
Yeah.
At least.
There was like 4 or 5 they were going to, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see. So he already missed a game.
Yeah.
He's going to miss the next 3 games. All right, so other NFL injuries. I'm sorry, go on.
I was going to say, I mean, regardless, I don't think they're really in a spot to be too worried. They already got 2 losses, and their offensive line is absolutely horrible. So,
yeah.
You know.
Other players who've gotten injured. The Cowboys have 2 that they're going to be without for 4 to 6 weeks. Michael Gallup, wide receiver.
Yep.
Which
my flex on fantasy.
Yeah, it's rough because he is one of the 5 leading receivers in the NFL this season.
Yep.
Through 2 weeks, of course, but still 230-some yards for Michael Gallup. Xavier Woods, the safety, he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. So that's going to be a little rough. But that should have just put the urgency into the Cowboys to get Minkah Fitzpatrick. Because then you could move him, or if he was willing, or Byron Jones to safety and not have to worry about it, because you'd be replacing a starter with a starter.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't seem like that's the route they wanted to go.
No.
I mean, who am I to tell them what to do? I'm not the one signing the checks.
That's just it. And I'm sure they'll address the problem and they'll work around it.
All right. Other injuries. Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
That's it's going to be rough for the Eagles because he's also one of the top 5 receivers.
Was it an abdominal injury they said on him?
Let me see what the injury report says. But he is... Excuse me. All right. Deshaun Jackson. We've got diagnosed with abdominal strain and expected to miss about 2 weeks per Tim McManus of ESPN. That's really fucking bad for them as they're already going to be missing Corey Clement, Alshon Jeffrey, Dallas Goedert.
Aguilar is going to have to step up.
Yeah, Nelson Aguilar is going to have to step it up. They're also going to be without Tim Jernigan, which is huge. Huge.
The division's looking better and better for you now, isn't it?
It is. It's looking a lot better. Jonathan Cyprien also out.
What happened to Clement?
Corey Clement?
Yeah.
So Corey Clement, his injury is
special teams
non-participant on Wednesday. It was a shoulder injury.
Yeah, because he's basically returning everything now, right?
Yeah.
Is even I don't even think he's factored in the backfield this year, is he?
He has been used as a receiver out of the backfield for the most part. That's what he is and what he will for the rest of his career be.
Yeah, because he's, a little bit average at best. So, I remember last year it was him and Wendell Smallwood basically making up the committee, right? Yeah,
because Darren Sproles got injured.
Yeah.
Yep. But let's see. Some other big players. Keanu Neal has a groin injury. He may play on Sunday. Not sure about that. But
just inject it with something, be fine.